All right, y'all. Before we dive in, a quick heads up.
This show is raw, real, and definitely not rated PG.
We're talking about adult themes, sexual content, and the kind of stuff you probably don't want blasting through your speakers at work or around your kids.
So grab some headphones, pour your drink of choice, and get comfy.
Oh, and just so we're clear, we are not licensed therapists, counselors, or sex coaches. Sex coaches,
Sex coaches.
not sex couches.
We're just a couple of people sharing our lives, experiences, and sexy adventures in ethical non-monogamy. So with that, pull up a chair and enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Beyond Monogamy. I'm Adam.
And I'm Pris.
And today we are talking about something that I think a lot of people quietly wonder about, but not a lot of people actually say out loud. What age is too old to be in the lifestyle? And the flip side of it, what age is too young? Is there a prime age? Is there a point where you just age out? Or is that all just something people worry about in their heads? Now, I got to tell you, this topic actually came up because a good friend of mine recently went through a divorce. He started to rebuild his life, started exploring new things, and he reached out to me because he was kind of wondering. He said he's been following us. He was interested in exploring the lifestyle. But he said, man, I think I might be too old for the lifestyle.
Motherfucker. I'm just kidding. He's not.
He's not even old.
He's not.
I mean, he's maybe, I don't know, 10, 12 years older than me.
Just a little.
I just don't.
He looks great.
I always thought so. And so I was like completely thrown off by it. I was like, what? Because if you've actually spent any time in the lifestyle community, you know that the reality is very different from what people imagine. So today we're going to go into talking about age in the lifestyle, the myths, the reality, what people worry about, and what actually matters.
Ooh, but before we jump into it, quick favor, everybody listening. If you enjoy the show and you haven't done it yet, take 2 seconds right now and go hit that little follow button, subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to it, because it helps us grow. And it helps more people listen to these kind of conversations because, you need to have them.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you ever have stories, questions, confessions, or situations that you want us to talk about on the show, you can submit them completely anonymously on our website. Nobody sees your name. Nobody sees your email.
Yeah.
It's just your story. And those submissions have led to some very interesting conversations on this show.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you listen to our last quickie. Anyways, we're going to just go ahead and just go balls deep into this one.
All right.
All right. So the question that everybody seems to wonder is, am I too old for the lifestyle? Now, this was something that my friend had thrown out there. Now, I want to say, if I were to hazard a guess, I don't even think the guy is 60.
I don't think.
Now, I am 43.
You're going to be 44.
Right? I'm going to be 44.
I'm going to be 48.
You're going to be 48. We are.
Yeah, I want to say
40s.
he's in his late 50s or maybe early.
I would think so. Yeah. But what I told him was, and this is kind of my go-to for this, is that, I personally have seen older people carry themselves younger. And I've seen younger people carry themselves older. When I was in the seminary, I used to go to school with this guy who was maybe 2 years older than me. And I was 20
that's right.
And he was 22. And he carried himself like a little old man. And he still does to this day. I think he's in his 40s now, and he's still doing that whole, crumpled over, and he speaks very softly, and he carries himself like an old man. But of course, that's the seminary. Now, I've met other people like that out in the world. In the lifestyle, I have met older women who are actually pretty fucking sexy.
Yeah.
And I think you've met some older men that you found sexy.
Yes. I like older men.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not down for a baby face. I'm not that chick. I used to be that chick when I was little. When I was younger, I used to be that, ooh, I like the baby face.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So how young are we talking about when you were younger?
I mean, I think I've always been attracted to that baby face up until, I don't know, I got into, like, my 30s. Yeah, my 30s. I was like, yeah, we don't."
Do you remember when it switched? Like, what when the
Well,
first
I've
time you saw an
had
older guy and you were like, "Oh, shit."
so I think you had the salt and pepper, and I love that. So
Yeah.
when I got with you, you had salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a little bit white, and then it just started getting whiter. So I love the older salt and pepper look, that not worn look, but been around the block a few times look, you
Well,
know?
the salt and pepper look right now is in apparently
Oh, I think
because
so.
everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. I was doing it in high school
Yeah.
when it wasn't so cool. And I used to get a lot of shit talkers
Yeah.
who would tell me also, "Oh, what's up, grandpa? Oh, man, how's it going, old man?" And like this is something that I dealt with, but my parents were always coloring their hair,
Mhm.
constantly coloring their hair. And they had to do it like every couple of weeks because if they didn't, they'd end up looking like wild calico cats. It was
Yeah.
horrible. And my father even he used to color his eyebrows and his mustache.
I
I was
mean,
just like,
we
"Guy,
have friends
you've
that
got
do
4
that.
different colors."
Yeah, we have friends that do that because they don't want to grow. And it's not only men and women. It took me a long time to accept my grays
Yeah.
and to like them because I don't want to look old.
Yeah, and so that was kind of the struggle because what was it been, like 5 years? No, 4 years now
It's
that
been
you've been
almost 4.
almost
In
4
May will
years
be
that
4.
you stopped dyeing your hair,
Mhm.
and, because she used to be bright red hair,
Yeah.
and it looked great, it was very
Yeah.
sexy, and it did make you look young.
Yeah, and
Uh,
it's 2 different looks. I feel like you can be old. I'm 48. I feel like I'm older, but I don't look like I'm 48. And this is just me giving my own assessment to myself because I remember my mom at 48 and she still looked good, but you could tell my dad's shittiness had taken toll on her. You
yeah,
know, my family shit has taken toll on her and she looks like that.
yeah,
But she still looks great. You know, I think right now, because she's whatever, dementia, but she looks older. But I think stress and all that. And the lifestyle is a place to make you feel sexy. So I don't think that you really have to find it in you if you want to be in the lifestyle at that age, whatever age
yeah,
you're in, if you're older. I feel like even if you have ED issues, so do the younger guys.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's not an issue,
We've met a lot
and
of
I
younger
feel like
guys with that.
I feel like as a man, you're gonna find more help, like more of a group situation that'll help you and people
Like a
post
support group?
a support group that'll, talk about that or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're scuffing your feet to walk, you too old.
Well, and
I mean, there has to be
so
an
we had
age.
talks because I've always been very insecure about my age throughout my 30s, and
Yeah,
you remember every because we've been together since I was 28.
yeah.
So every year of my 30s, I was getting under the bed. I didn't wanna get out on my birthday. I didn't wanna celebrate my age. My 30s were difficult.
Mhm,
When I turned 40, my 40s have been great. I kind of embraced it, but I remember very specifically because I've never dyed any of my hair. No
mhm.
dye has ever touched this body.
No.
I'm all natural. And I made that decision a long time ago because I watched my parents constantly dyeing their hair
Mhm.
and watching you dye your hair. And I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna keep it." But the struggle for me was and this was, gosh, maybe 5 years ago, like that. I had a moment where I sat back because I have white hairs coming out in my mustache. So when I initially started coming out with the beard,
Yeah.
it was white over all around, but around the
It
mustache
was
and the
real dark.
goatee area, it was darker.
Yeah.
Well, now that's going away.
Yes.
I'm starting to get more white hairs in my eyebrows,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I'm like, ah, crap.
Does match the drapes.
That's right. It's all bald. Um, so so my thing was I actually had looked this up a few years back, but I was like, maybe I should start, and I think we had this conversation. Maybe I should start dyeing my mustache a little bit
Yeah.
or
I
my
remember.
eyebrows.
Yeah.
And there are ways that people have done it. Like you can get one of those mascara brushes and you can get the just for men and just kind of brush it in.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to take care of the stray whites in
Yeah.
in your mustache and stuff like that. And I don't remember who I talked to. I talked to one of my guy friends that I expressed this to. I said I was considering this. And the reaction was, "Are you fucking kidding me? Don't ever do that. You have done
Yeah.
this for so long. You've done great. You've embraced it. Why would you
Yeah.
touch it up like that? Like that just doesn't like just go with it. You don't look old." And I was like, "Okay." But my problem was is that we're in this lifestyle
Mhm.
and you want to you want to look your best. You want to come off attractive to others.
Right. Yeah.
And I didn't realize at that time that didn't really play much of a role. Now, I have gotten compliments by women
Yeah.
on this,
Oh, I love the beard. He's
yeah.
never shaving it. Never.
But there's a lot of women who don't care for it either.
Yeah, it's okay.
It is what it
But
is.
yeah.
But that was always my
Yeah.
fear. That was I mean, hell, we used to go out as a couple and do stuff around our old hometown, and people thought that I was your dad
Yeah.
because I looked way older.
And I used to look younger hair.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was just kinda mismatched.
But yeah, no, it's and you have to feel attractive, right? So if you're feeling that the grays and stuff like that are just making you feel unattractive, then you're gonna exude that.
Yeah, yeah.
So you gotta own that shit.
Well, what I've really noticed is age has nothing to do with effort. Just
Mm,
because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to stop taking care of yourself. Doesn't mean that you have to stop going to the gym. I understand
yeah.
that things ache. I understand that things hurt a little bit more. You need a bit more energy.
But take care of
But
yourself.
take care of yourself.
Mhm.
Make sure that your hair is looking nice. Go get a haircut every now
Yeah.
and then. Make sure if you have a beard or a mustache, make sure you keep it trimmed as much as often
Mhm.
because you never know who you're going to walk into. You never know who's going to be at the club or
Yeah.
whatever. You just want to do your best, and it really that has nothing to do with age. But something happens naturally as we get older, where we just kind of care less.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. But I think in the lifestyle, they don't. They don't
No,
care less.
no, no.
There's
This is
too
a
many
guy. Now, if
there's
you're
too many
talking
eyes.
vanilla, that's completely
Yeah,
different.
that's completely different.
If you're looking to start again and you're going to vanilla bars and doing all of that, you're gonna struggle.
Yeah. Be you wanna look your best because, again, that's gonna exude your sexiness. That's gonna exude everything about you.
Yeah, I had a fear that I felt was a natural fear. When we first started in the lifestyle, we were
Mhm.
relatively young, early 30s,
Yeah.
and I remember looking for people who were in our age group, and I remember going
Mhm.
and looking through all of these
Mhm.
websites and thinking, "Gosh, there are significantly older people."
Or when they were my age, and I'd be like, "God, wow, take care of yourself."
Yeah, and that was the amazing thing is that a lot of these people that were our age, they didn't really take care of themselves very
No.
well. They were heavy drinkers and it kinda showed, or
Mhm.
heavy smokers and it kinda
Mhm. It kinda
showed,
shows. Yeah.
and they just didn't take care of themselves very
Yeah.
well. That all makes a difference. It has nothing to do with your age.
No.
Now, we have been asked, "Is there too young for us?" Now, that varies for a lot of people, but for us, we make it a point not to do anything with anybody younger than our oldest kid
Yeah.
because that's just weird.
I go a little bit older for men. Men, I want older.
Well, plus you wanna be able to, relate to them.
Yeah.
You can't really relate to somebody who's maybe
No,
10
and
years younger.
I feel like the sex is just better with an older person.
They take their time, they know a little
Yeah.
bit more, they're
For the
willing to
most
ask
part,
a bit
not
more.
all of them, but for the most part, believe me.
Yeah, I get that, I
But
get
yeah, I
that.
do like, I do like the older, maybe 55s, just so I can get an idea, and that nobody under, like, 30 is really my ideal,
Yeah,
just because
yeah.
I like that age gap or
Now
that age.
now that's going for men. How is it the same for women for
No,
you?
for women, I like them my age and younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 27 and up to my age,
Mhm,
40.
mhm,
I'm not really into the older woman.
mhm.
So even if you're my age and I look at you and I can't distinguish that you're my age and you look older, no. I like the younger looking, fresh looking women.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Um,
cool. I mean, it's a preference.
it is a
It is a
preference.
preference. I mean,
It's
I'm a bit more, I'm a bit less discerning,
yeah.
just because I'm not that picky. If I can vibe with you, then it's all good. But like I said, if you carry yourself like an old person,
Yeah.
I can't. I just can't.
I mean, there's a lot of variables too.
There is.
If you're that old and you're still getting drunk,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be attracted to you. Like, I don't even care about your age limit. Like, it's just it's there's a lot of variables that go into all of that
Yeah. Yeah, there really is. I mean,
because
like drinkers, smokers, doing
are
drugs all night,
make
things
you
like
look
that.
older.
Yeah, it's all gonna make it's gonna show. It's
Yeah.
really gonna show. You know what's sexy is if you just take care of yourself. That's really what makes a person sexy. Now, you brought up something the other day. I wanna say last week sometime, we were talking and you said, one of these days I'm gonna tell you it's time to hang it up.
Yeah, I think I said that the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just kinda curious, so is there an age to stop?
I think there is. And maybe not completely stop, but do it way less. There's
Yeah.
not parties, there's so many that you go to all the time. Just I mean, I wanna be able to enjoy my life without having to always be on point.
Well, we're podcasters, I don't know if that's
But you know what I mean? Like
so if we let me ask you this, just, completely unrelated, but in my head. If we stop being swingers, do we stop the podcast?
yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
shit.
we just do it on relationships.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
But I mean, like, like I wanna be able to enjoy my life and not be set to a schedule. So, when I'm ready for that and, maybe I have grandkids, my kids are already living in separate states,
Mhm, mhm.
that's gonna be my time. I don't wanna have to be you have to do this and you have to do that and make sure you look good because you're gonna go to the club and I just
It does take a
sporadic.
lot. It does take a lot to make yourself
Yeah,
look good,
it does.
just period. Like, for me, it takes a bit more time,
Yeah.
and so sometimes during the week, I just ain't having it. Sometimes I'll look a little ragged during the week. But if people ask us to play during the week, I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
We don't do
Uh-huh.
that, pal.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we don't do that. That's we're waiting for the weekend."
You do know
Now
it's a school night, right?
it's because our kids don't even care, but hey, man,
Yeah.
I mean, we just can't. It's not our thing.
Yeah.
What I've been thinking a lot about when it comes to age, because like I said, my good friend, he never carried himself as an older guy.
No.
As a matter of fact, I always knew he was older, but he always carried himself the same age as the rest
Yeah.
of us. He
Yeah.
really did a great job. Plus, his personality has always been on point,
Yeah.
and that has a lot to do with everything. But I guess his express of concern is that, I want to go out there and I want to meet new people, but who the hell's going to look at this old guy? And I'm sure that there are a lot of listeners who would speak up right now if they could, and probably agree with the fact that, it that part doesn't matter.
No.
This is not a young person's game for the most
No.
part. A lot of 20-year-olds and younger or older, even to the mid 30s, a lot of people don't have the emotional maturity to be in this lifestyle. Yeah, they'll go out and they'll go get drunk and they'll have a threesome or something, but they won't call it a lifestyle. They'll just be like, "Oh man, it was a crazy weekend,"
Yeah.
and then they'll pretend like they're monogamous until it happens again. The people that celebrate this lifestyle for what it is are usually in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, and even early 60s. And the reason for that I've found is that most of these people, if they don't have, if they have kids,
Mhm.
their kids are usually older,
Right.
like us,
Yeah.
high
Yeah.
school age and older,
Yeah.
or they're empty nesters now. They
Yeah.
have the house to themselves. Maybe they have more financial gain in their bank account
Mhm.
because they don't have a whole lot going on. Maybe some of them retired early in their 50s. Maybe they have more time to go travel. They have time to take bigger vacations. I was told that a lot of these lifestyle cruises, a lot of the people on there
Are
are older
are
people
older people, yeah.
because they're the ones that can afford that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I heard the same thing, and I'm like, "That makes a lot of sense." Like,
Yeah, yeah. So
that makes a lot of
it's
sense.
it's kind of it's kind of a lifestyle that celebrates that prime area of 30 to 60.
Yeah, and there's a lot of women in the lifestyle that are just like the men. They're, divorced, trying to find some freaky fun and, enjoy their life. They're probably married for a long time and just unhappily sexually not fulfilled. So there's those women as well. You
Yeah.
know, um, we always talk about that if we ever like one of us dies, are you going to stay in the lifestyle even if you're like old?
Yeah, what was the answer that you gave me?
No, you're not.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. No, I will not. She'll be gone. I
No,
will not.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
We're dying
And
together.
and and you, if I die first,
Yeah, I'm gonna still fulfill all your
yeah,
fantasies.
she's still gonna be exploring other women and other men and all of her.
That's your
Yeah,
kink,
that's how
even
that
if you're
goes.
dead.
Even if I'm in the casket, the hot wife kink is mine.
That's right.
That's so nice. That's so
You're
nice.
welcome.
Thank you so much.
I love you.
Oh, yeah. This kinda goes back to the whole, reality versus fantasy thing that I've been saying,
Oh
uh,
god.
because everybody has this mentality. If you're new to the lifestyle, you think that everybody is
Mhm,
young and
mhm,
hot, everybody is this
mhm.
Instagram model. Hell, I follow some girls on Instagram, some women on Instagram who are content creators for
They wish they'd be in
OnlyFans,
the lifestyle.
and they are in the
Are
lifestyle.
they?
They're in the lifestyle, or they're ethically non-monogamous and maybe poly,
Mhm.
but they're also doing OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're friggin' hot. And there's a lot of content creators that are friggin' hot. And these are the representation of the lifestyle. Well, why is that? Because they're attractive people,
Because
right?
yes,
We
beauty
wanna hear
sells.
what so I knew that I didn't have that going for me, so I was like, "You know what? I gotta have substance, and you're hot, so this works." But for the most part, a lot of the content creators that are out there who are successful in this niche are good looking. They're very attractive people because
For
it
the
catches
most
your
part.
attention and you
Yeah,
go,
for the most part.
"Those people are swingers?
Yeah,
You saying that I can walk into a club or a party and find those people?
yeah.
Count me in." But those people are extremely hot, and those people physically are extremely hot. They're also kind of a rarity,
Yeah.
kind of a rarity
You get stuck
because
with people like
that's
us.
right, with all
Sorry,
natural, baby.
guys.
We're all natural. I got dad bod extraordinaire. And so that's the
Yeah.
reality of it. The reality is that you can walk into a sex club, you can walk into a swingers club, a lifestyle club, whatever the hell you want to call it, and you're going to see a range,
Mhm,
a very large
mhm,
spectrum
mhm,
of body types and ages.
mhm.
Hell, we were in the club one time and there was this lady who was walking around with a walker.
Yeah,
She was that old.
yeah.
And you know what? Nobody shamed her.
Nope.
She had her she had a couple guys with her
Yeah,
and she went to the back a few times. I was like, "Damn."
yeah.
So really, if and I know my guy is listening because he told me to let him know when we did a show. If I could tell him right now, I understand the insecurity about that. I,
Mhm.
I I get it.
Yeah.
If anybody's insecure about how they look, it's me. So I completely understand. It's completely
But dude, you're a
makes sense.
hottie.
You know,
You're older, you're tall, like, this guy's got a lot going for him,
yeah,
and
and
he's got a great personality. He's such a cute little flirt.
he was a good
Cute
flirt.
little
Yeah, I
flirt.
used to see him flirt, and I was like,
Oh,
oh, this guy's got
I
skills.
used to flirt with him, make him blush.
That's true.
Ah,
That is true.
super sweet.
But you know what? That's the thing is you gotta know it.
Yes.
So you can be insecure all you want,
Yeah,
but you gotta know it. You
yeah.
gotta get out there and you've gotta see how this is gonna go. Now, he's reaching out to me because he doesn't know anybody
The
in this
area.
circle in
Yeah,
his area,
yeah.
and he doesn't just want to go by himself to you're talking about a single guy
Yeah.
going off to a lifestyle event by
No.
himself, doesn't know
Yeah.
anybody. Yeah, yeah. So he reached out and he was like, "Look, I hear you guys are going to be going to Naughty Nolans in July."
Yeah.
And I said, "We are. We will be at Naughty Nolans in July." And he said, "Well, I'd really like to go to Naughty Nolans, but I
Yes.
want to bring
A
somebody
friend.
with me." And
Okay.
so he's kind of trying to find, I guess, a female
I got
companion
you.
that he can bring with him to
I
Naughty
got you.
Nolans. And so that this way he can kind of see this. And I would never recommend going to a huge event like that when you're brand new. But I also know this guy too, and I know that he'll do great if
Great.
I can introduce him to some people
Yeah.
and do that. He'll do an awesome job. And so, yeah, I hopefully, we'll be in contact with him more. But I
Yeah.
thought that this brought up a really great opportunity because we've never talked about age on
Mm.
this show. And we have a lot of friends in this lifestyle, and obviously the
We have
community is
them.
very
We have them
vast.
from young to older.
I rarely discuss age with other people.
Yeah. Yeah. I think everyone just knows my age.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's my birthday month.
It is. I rarely like to discuss age just because I remember how sensitive I was to
Yeah.
talking about my age, and I really don't want to make anybody feel
Yeah.
bad for talking about age. But at the same time, I can do so on this wonderful platform that we have because this is informational,
Mhm.
right? This is not only our opinions, but also this is how people look at it. There are going to be some people out there who will look at you and go, that guy's old or
Yeah.
she's old.
Yeah. I mean, I've looked at
That's going to
people
happen.
in certain places and been like, "Ooh, you're too young."
Yeah, yeah, and that's gonna happen too. You just gotta be prepared for that. People are gonna look at you at the same time and go, "Yeah, not a good looking person, not for me." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there are shallow people in this lifestyle. You can't
Oh,
get away from it. It is life, my man. It is life.
it is what it
And
is.
so realistically, you just have to believe that you are attractive, that you bring something to the table, that you have a great personality,
Mhm.
and you just go out there to a mixer or a meet and greet and you introduce yourself
Yeah.
and you be respectful and you go from there. And I guarantee you, the people that dig you will gravitate towards you. And the people who are not interested in finding out what your age is, and
Mhm.
they're just going to naturally stay away.
Mhm.
So it's not like you're going to walk in and you're going to be like, a guy wearing mosquito repellent and all the mosquitoes are flying away. No, you're going to walk in and there will be women there who will see you and go,
Oh, I wanna
look at,
climb that tree.
look at that guy. Yeah. 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 I mean, and this isn't just for him, but this is for
Yeah.
everybody out there who struggles with this because I know there are people in the community right now who struggle with their age
Oh, yeah.
and how they look, and they think
Yes.
that because they look older that they're gonna struggle.
Yeah.
Heck no, man. I got a buddy of mine who, he has a very popular Facebook group for swingers, and he's getting older, and he's been wanting to start a Facebook group for older swingers, for 50 and up, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
There are lots of subdivisions of this community
Yes.
where if you really need to find that identity, you can,
Yes.
and you can be a part of that.
Mhm. And same for the women.
Yeah.
Like, there's older women there that all hang out together and stuff like that, so there's a community for you.
Now, I know you embrace your age,
Yeah,
and you embrace getting older.
I do.
Have you ever had a feeling since we've been in the lifestyle of, "Shit, I'm kinda old, like, I'm
No.
getting older."
Mm-mm. No, never.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I kinda feel
I
like the
mean, I
prime age
don't
is the 40s.
yeah, and I don't I our friends are all different ages, but
Yeah.
the people that we hang out with, maybe on a regular basis, aren't really they're younger than us, but just a little bit, and they're not really partiers, so I think that's where the age and me kind of like the younger ones can really stay up. I mean, you older ones can too, but I'm saying like the younger ones can stay up a really long time and party, party,
Yeah.
party. and the older ones that are,
Sniffing stuff.
sniffing the skunk or sniffing the, I don't know what you call it,
Wait.
bumping it up. I know can't stay up with the young ones, so it's you got to find your spot. But I've never like wanted to. I think that might tell me, oh, I feel old if I was doing stuff like that.
And we've always been kinda older
Yeah.
in the fact that we were never big partiers. When we first got together, we were. We used to
Yeah.
go out often, we would shut down the bars. But then we became very serious about raising our kids together, and
Hmm.
we really didn't go out very often,
Yeah.
and being indoors really was kind of our staple. And then as time went on, the kids got older, and we had opportunities to go out, and
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
"I'm good," you know?
I'm not trying to sound judgy. Like I'm just saying like no, I just don't I like I don't hang out with younger people, so I don't really feel old.
Now, we've had some friends from back in the day that we no longer talk to now, but
Mhm.
from our old hometown where they were older than us, and they would party with 20-year-olds.
I mean, we still have some friends like that and good for them.
And I mean, like, all night
Yeah,
partying with
all night.
20-year-olds, doing shots all night, at least 2 nights a week,
I know.
sometimes more.
They crazy.
Um, and then they go back to work on Monday, they do it all over again until Friday, and then they hit the shots.
Living your
I'm like,
life like
"Damn."
that, yeah, living your life like that, ladies, living your life like that is going to cause you to age faster.
Yeah.
Yes, even if it's on the weekends. Yes, only if it's once a month. It's going to age you faster. So slow down.
And, yeah, you can go and get Botox, but
So this is a really good, we could like do a subtopic real quick. Do you, there is a lot, I was talking to my friend about this. There is a lot of, I could be saying it wrong, self-absorbance, like you want to look your best. And there's a lot of body, what's the word I'm looking for, baby? A lot of people alter their body in the lifestyle.
yeah,
It's a lot of plastic surgery,
there's a lot of plastic surgery,
which
there's a lot
is
of
fine.
Botox.
Baby, if I could afford it, I would have already done it. But there's also a fine line on facial stuff like Botox. I love Botox. I've never had it. I'm trying to do something so that I don't have to spend that money. I understand how it makes people feel, but come on now.
Well, so there's a difference between doing it and overdoing it.
Yes.
And we've certainly seen the 2.
Yes.
We've seen people who do Botox or they have, certain surgeries and whatnot,
Yeah.
and they pull it off, it looks great.
It looks great. And
There's people that keep on going, and they're overdoing it,
you got to find your
and
limit,
it
guys. And it
shows.
shows because
Shows.
if no one's going to be honest with you, when you alter your face like that and you're older, it just makes you look older.
Yeah. Yeah, and
And
we're not saying that you guys don't look good, but what we're talking about is age right
yeah, we're
now,
talking
and
about
if you're not
age.
wanting to look older, and the whole point of doing this is so
Yeah.
that you won't look older, if you overdo it, it makes you look older.
Yeah.
It makes you look like you're overdoing it.
Yeah. Like I would love some Botox, but we're going to wait.
It's a little costly,
Yeah.
and we're not sponsored by a Botox clinic.
No, not yet.
Yeah. But, that's a really, really, good point that you make there. Now, as far as this is the difficulty that I've seen is there are older people who look older. They look out of my age range as
Uh-huh.
far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
They're older, but they've had surgery to have a body of a 25-year-old.
Hmm.
And so you're very, very far away and you see this body and it's like, damn. And then you get closer and it's like, damn.
Monet. A Monet.
You know, it's
Yeah.
not that they don't look good, but they're out of my personal preference range.
Yes.
But they've had this surgery to get this slamming body, and I think that's cool as hell. I'm gonna be honest with you, like it throws me off, but I think it's cool as hell because these guys, they're like, I don't give a damn what
Yeah.
age I'm gonna be at.
I might have the
I'm
body I
gonna have
want.
this slamming body, and
Hmm.
I'm gonna have people coming after me,
Hmm.
and we're gonna have some fun.
Hmm.
And I'm like, you know what? Hell yeah, man. You do you.
Why not?
Why not? Now, it wouldn't be for me. I think even though we were just joking about it, I think at some point I'm not going to want to do this anymore. I would
Yeah.
stay in the community. I would stay
Right.
involved in the community as far as, we'd still have friends that are in the lifestyle. We would go to a meet and greet every now and then just to say hello and things like that. But I think the actual swinging
Yeah.
itself, it's exhausting.
It is.
And I'm 43, guys, and I am
It
exhausted.
is tiring.
It's like almost every weekend we're either going to a club, we're
Mhm.
going to a house party, we're going to some sort of event. And if we're not doing any of that, then we're hanging out with a couple or
Mhm.
we're doing something else related to the lifestyle. And man, it's exhausting.
It is.
It's tiring.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine being 10 years older than I am now and
I
still
got some
keeping up with that.
I mean, I got some traveling to do, so I can go visit everybody at
And then
different
you have
clubs.
to consider too that I am a sexual monster. I'm a beast.
Uh-huh.
And I like sex as much as possible.
Yeah.
But that also wears me
Tweedledee
out.
and Tweedledum.
Yeah.
You'll be alright.
That's the thing about it though is it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And the more we go along, like every time we go to the club, I'm exhausted. Like
I
that whole
mean,
weekend. And there's more that I could complain about. It's like there are greater tragedies in this world. But what I'm saying is I am 43 and I'm exhausted. If I tack on another 5 years, how exhausted am I gonna be?
yeah.
You know? I don't know. I just feel like the older we get, the more tired we get. But then again, if you're going to the gym often,
Of course, that's what I'm saying. If
doing
you
your
take care of yourself and you
cardio.
feel better, it's great, but I'm saying, like, there is gonna be a stopping point.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
for us, there has to be a stopping point. There's just too many other things I wanna do.
What do you wanna do?
I wanna travel. I want to travel. I
I
wanna
mean, you can still be
travel.
in the lifestyle and
No,
travel.
I mean, I can, but I don't wanna have to be I don't maybe I don't want it to do lifestyle stuff. Maybe I want it to have be a family stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's always the lifestyle stuff. Not a bad thing. I'm just saying when I'm in my 70s, I don't wanna do that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
right now, I'm having fun. I mean, this is the
Yeah.
most we've ever been in the lifestyle these past 3,
We
4
are
years.
yeah,
So,
we're very, very involved
we
right
raised
now.
our children, and now we're here.
Yeah, so we were not as involved
Yeah, we
as we
weren't
are
active.
now. We would maybe get out there
Yeah.
once a year, once or
So
twice
this
a
is
year.
our partying mode, and,
I guess you could say that even though
yeah,
we don't
even
drink.
though we don't party.
And yeah, we really don't party, but, just going from place to place and doing all of these things,
Yeah,
meeting everybody, it is exhausting because we do feel like we have to be on all the
yeah.
time.
It's
Like,
fun, and right now, I feel like I'm in my 30s, I guess.
do you?
Oh, yeah, I don't feel like I'm
Like, this is the
48.
way your 30s should have felt?
I guess yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
The only time that I'm reminded about my is when I look in the mirror. Like, when I get out of the shower no, no,
Yeah,
no, I mean, like,
yeah,
when I get out of the shower, like,
yeah.
I'm guys, I am not in the best shape. Fun fact, I was in the best shape of my life, like, a year ago,
Uh-huh.
like, ever.
What's your fun fact?
That was my fun fact.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna get back there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back there.
Like
I gotta
yeah,
lose 30 pounds.
yeah.
I'm working on it, guys. I really am. But that's the other thing too is, like I said, you gotta take care of yourself.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
past, I don't know, 6 months, I haven't been taking care of myself very well. Lots of bad foods, guys, lots of bad
Yeah.
foods.
That's
Um,
that's our thing. We don't
yeah,
drink, but we eat really
we are
bad.
eaters, guys. Like,
Mhm.
we love to eat our emotions. And so if we're happy, we like to go out to eat because we're happy. If we're sad, we like to go out to eat because it makes us happy. So, if we're celebrating, we like to go out to eat because we're celebrating.
That's right.
That's really the hard one for us is just to stay with any consistency to continue to take care of ourselves as best as
Mhm.
possible. It's hard. It's tiring.
Yeah, it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, yeah. But I will say that I have heard that if you have an active sex life, that actually keeps you healthier.
That would explain a lot.
I've heard that. I've
I mean,
heard
I don't know
that.
if I'm healthier, I'm happier, so there you go.
Good feels, good endorphins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
exercising.
Like exercising.
Yeah, I
I
love the
mean,
gym.
really, I mean, it's it's
Mhm.
it's it's
Mhm.
cardio to an extent. I mean, you're not
Yeah,
doing rows or anything, but it's
depends what
depending on how long it lasts and how often you get at it.
yeah, I can't do the little 2 minutes, guys. Not gonna get you anything.
A
No
couple of but
cardio.
a couple of hours? Oh my gosh, forget it. Like, that's you just worked up a sweat and then some. They say that
I know it's good for men.
the Greeks used to have well, obviously, it's the Mediterranean diet, the Greek diet, where it's lots of fruits, lots of fresh fruits and vegetables,
Uh-huh.
lots of, nuts, and lots of, like, olives, like, good fats,
Mhm.
and lots of sex, and that's what keeps them, in shape.
Okay. Looks like we're changing our diet.
Yeah, yeah. Or we could just have lots of sex.
There you go.
Yeah, that's always an option.
Make me look younger.
That's right. Now,
Give me
as
a
far as
protein.
we're over here talking about old, but I'm kind of curious about young. I was listening to a podcast, believe it or not, today, a lifestyle podcast, and the couple that does this podcast, they're a little bit younger. They're not too young. I want to say they're in their 30s, maybe like early 30s,
Mhm.
maybe late 20s, early 30s, something like that. I think early 30s. Anyways, I was listening to their show. They were talking about how they got started. When they got started, they were 22 when they first started in the
Okay.
lifestyle. Now, I'm hearing this as I'm walking the neighborhood because I take care of myself. And I'm listening to this podcast, and they're going into their very first swinger experience, and they're both fresh 22-year-olds.
Okay.
Now, you don't see a lot of 20 some odd year olds in the lifestyle.
No.
Why do you think that is?
I think they're still maturing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I think they're still maturing and they're trying to figure out what they like and what they want. Sexually, relationship wise,
But if you go on Reddit,
they some young little motherfuckers.
and they all like to label themselves as bulls.
Uh,
These guys, I don't know if
it's
it's
the
because of the whole American Pie MILF idea here
yeah,
that all of these guys who are 18, 19, 20,
yeah.
21, they're all hitting up every single woman or couple that is on Reddit
Mhm.
saying, "Hey, do you need a bull? I'm available."
What?
It's often.
Yeah,
So
it is.
obviously these younger guys on their own feel like that it's
Mhm.
okay to partake. But as a couple or as women, not so much?
I don't think so.
No?
Mm.
And do
I
you
mean,
think that's an insecurity thing? I know that in order to do this right, it takes a lot of emotional intelligence,
I
right?
do. I do. I think it's insecurity and emotional intelligence.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm,
Because you're at that age and you're like, "Ah, okay, let's go have some threesome. Let's go have some fun." But then
yeah.
if you're mature enough, then yeah, it works. But if you're still just doing it and for the only sex part, I don't need to know your name or like one night standish, that's not gonna work. That's too young. That
Yeah.
you've already
Yeah.
you have the young kid mentality of
It's porn culture,
yeah, trying to
okay?
wet your whistle. Yeah,
Pornhub
exactly.
and,
Oh,
the different porn
how
channels
many by
on
times have I said
X,
that?
all of this porn that revolves around swingers, a lot of time isn't actually real. A lot of these scenarios are already pre-written, they're already set up,
Mhm.
and a lot of these people are just young porn actresses or actors, and this is what they've been given to do, and they say,
Mhm.
"Make it look as real as possible." I'm sorry, but if you decide to pick up somebody in a bar and, have take them back to your house, chances are they're not gonna have the huge cock that you see on the porn when they did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's that porn culture. It
Yes.
makes people think that, "Oh, we're gonna have a threesome. We're gonna pick up this person, that they're a swinger, and we're gonna do this." And it's like, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
It's the same reason why people sit outside of the lifestyle clubs hoping to get a peek of who's leaving
Yeah.
because they have this porn culture
Yeah.
mentality.
That's so
Um,
true.
and it's all younger, extremely hot
Mhm.
people,
Mhm.
and that's just not the case. That's not the case. We're older.
We're all normal looking.
We for the most part, we can be. Now, not to say that there aren't really, really attractive people,
Yeah.
in this lifestyle, but what I'm saying is really what you see on TV, what you see online,
Yeah.
it's not common. It's not common.
No.
Yeah.
There's a bevy of different people,
Yeah.
sizes, ages,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
there's young, there's old.
Now, as far as say there was somebody who was younger, but they carried themselves older and you really couldn't tell. I mean, obviously, we're not out there carding people at the club or before we play and go, "Let me see your license,"
Mhm.
that sort of thing. So, in situations like that, if you suspect that they're younger, but you don't know, do you ask? Do you just straight up
I
ask?
do.
Really?
I do. I don't
Really?
mind asking.
No kidding.
Uh-uh.
I was always raised not to ask a woman how old she
Yeah,
is.
because we were raised by baby boomers,
This is true.
old
This is true.
asses.
And that was considered rude
Yeah.
to
I
ask.
mean, I guess it is, but I embrace my age, so I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you. It's gonna
Yeah.
be me.
Yeah. So what would you say the prime age is then?
40.
40?
40 to 45.
40 to 45. So you're out of prime age?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm out of prime I mean, I feel like I'm not, but if I'm putting a number on it, yeah, I'm out of prime
Wow.
age.
I would say 35 to 55. I think it's a large, large
Yeah.
arena,
Yeah, you're probably
that
right.
and people who are 35, we've not realized they were 35, that we thought they were in their
Yeah.
40s. People who were 55, we've not realized they were 55,
They
we thought
thought
they
they
were
were
in
in
their
their
40s.
40s. Yeah.
It just really depends on how they
Mhm.
carry themselves.
Mhm.
If you have confidence, if you're good at communicating, if you have a stable life or at least appear like you have a stable life, if you can act in a certain comfortable way, that people don't even question it. I think I used to carry myself a lot older when I was younger.
Yeah.
And as I started getting older, even my 30s, I wanna say I carried myself older than I was. And now I'm in my 40s, and I guess I just said, "You know what? I'm gonna start dressing how I wanna dress.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start acting how I wanna act. I'm gonna
I
be
mean,
who I wanna be."
I do the same thing, yeah. I
Yeah,
like to
right?
dress how I want to. I'm
I
like,
don't feel old.
neither.
Yeah. I remember my parents at 43, and they were worn, man.
Same.
They were worn. They were unhappy, and they really didn't drink that much, but they just were worn out. They were tired all the time.
Yeah.
They rarely went out. They definitely didn't go out on date nights. They didn't act like the younger people that they once claimed to be.
Mm,
But
mhm.
when I would talk to them about their youth, they acted older in their youth. My mother was, for lack of a better word, slut. When she was in her 20s, she would straight up say that she would quote unquote date around. That she was very open about, she was like that's the way, a person in their 20s should be. They should be,
Mhm.
they're not gonna
Tie
be with
down.
one
Yeah.
person, you're
Yeah.
gonna do all this
Yeah.
stuff with different
Yeah.
people. But then when she got with my father, that whole thing died out. And of course, they felt like once we become parents, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the end of it.
Right.
And I think that they really said, okay, well, now we're parents, even though they were shitty parents. They said, now we're parents. So we have to go work 40 to 55 hours a week and just be exhausted and go to bed by 8 and wake up by 5,
Mhm.
stuff like that. Like whatever you would figure an old person would do, that's what
Mhm.
they did. And so they always carried themselves as older people.
Yeah, so did mine. Yeah.
And I always carried myself as an older person, but I did so because I didn't want to get carded. And I hadn't been carded since I was 15. But then when I was of age, it just kind of stuck.
Yeah.
And I always carried myself as an older person, and people always figured that I was older,
Yeah.
just because I was more mature than the people my age. So I don't know, man.
I always thought I always looked older. I mean, girls, I think they look at your boobs and they're like, "Oh, you must be 18."
You think
And
so?
it's like, "Nah, dude, I'm 14." Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
They would
I
try and age you
men
by your
men,
boobs?
try to age you by like, when you're younger like that, "Oh, yeah. Oh, she must be 17." It's like, "Nah, homie. I'm not."
Well,
I was
I
16.
remember hearing a lot about, "Oh, well, she's blossomed very early on,"
Yeah.
that sort of thing, and it's weird to
Yeah,
hear
I had
adults talk like
I was
that.
16, 15, 16, maybe even younger than that, but 15, 16. And I remember this guy I thought was like 21 was just trying to like go at me. And he was best friends or cousins to my favorite cousin's boyfriend. And I knew the boyfriend was older because she was 14 and I think he was like 30.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
She's her first kid with him.
Oh my
Yeah, when she
god.
was 16, she had her first kid with him.
Wow.
Yeah. And so and I knew the cousin was around that age, and I remember him telling me, "Oh, I'm 21," and I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm still 16." And then I found out he was 32, and I was
Oh,
like, "Oh my
man.
god, no."
Wow. That's funny that you bring that up because I remember being in high school and a lot of the high school girls were dating guys in their 20s, 25, that sort of thing. And so I remember I asked our daughter the other day, I said, I explained to her that that was a thing when we were in high school. I said, "Is
Yeah,
that still a thing?" And because she just graduated.
yeah.
And she goes, "That is still a thing.
Wow. I mean,
That is absolutely still a thing."
freedom. Yeah. Did you know that Demi Lovato was 17 when she was with
Wilmer,
Wilbur and
Wil
29?
yeah, yeah.
No.
And I hear that he got her hooked on a lot of stuff. I don't know. That's just hearsay. Don't sue me. I don't know. That's what the tabloid said. I'm just
Yeah.
repeating what the tabloid said.
But yeah, no, it's girls do it because we want that freedom. We wanna be with the boy who's, ooh, older and, ooh, they drive and, ooh, they have a car. I had friends in high school and she was dating, like, 20-something-year-olds, and I was like, "Why?" She's like, "'Cause they have money." I was like, "Ugh,
That's
I did not
crazy,
do
man.
that." A
No.
genius,
There's
man. I always found older men when I was younger, I always found older men scummy. Now that I'm older, I know older men are scummy, but I can control them, so I don't care. I can control the scummy men. Back then, I was scared. Now, mama didn't
Uh,
raise no fool. I can hold my own.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Um,
you're pretty tough. You're pretty tough. That's funny because that leads me into my next question for you because we've seen this in the lifestyle quite a bit. Is a large age gap.
yes.
You're
Yeah,
talking somebody who's maybe 27, 28, who's with somebody who's in their 40s, or
yeah,
somebody who's in their 30s with
yeah.
somebody in their 50s. It's all legal, but
All
it's a
legal.
very, very large age gap.
Yes.
And it's
It's hard for me to I'll be very honest, it is hard for me to see a younger girl with an older guy, especially in the lifestyle, because the men are very controlling and they want a submissive woman. And who are you gonna get to submit to you very easily? A younger person. Period.
that's funny because you had mentioned this before.
I'm
Uh,
submissive by want.
yes. Well, so when a long time ago, when we lived in another city, there was a couple that we used to hang out with sometimes, and he was like about my age, close to my age.
Mid-30s?
Yeah, late 30s,
Mhm.
and she was early
Early 20s.
20s. Yeah, and they were in the lifestyle together. Now, when I see something like that, or like I came across a profile the other day on SDC where, the good-looking couple, but he was obviously older,
Mhm.
and they had their ages on there, and it said he was 46 and she was 24.
Nope.
And, she looks like she's in the pictures, she looks like she's having a good time and whatever, but you really have to kinda ask yourself, are they like, whose idea was that?
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, 24,
It could
okay.
go either way because
I got
maybe
me
she's not into having
y
sex with an older guy, but
y
she's with him for status, and maybe she gets
yeah,
to that's the agreement, she gets to have her fun somewhere
and I'm
else.
sorry, he's probably loaded, he probably has money. I'm pretty sure he smothers her with whatever, and I'm not saying it's like
She could smother him with a pillow.
I yeah. I mean, I think that what goes through my mind is grooming. You're just grooming. You want a submissive woman because you can't find a woman of your own age that's going to submit to you. Because who in their right mind is going to be 40 something years old and want to date somebody to be submissive? No,
Okay, well, okay,
no.
okay. Now let's flip that on its ear and reverse it
I still
because
think the same thing
older woman with a
with it.
younger
Yeah,
guy.
everyone thinks that it's not. I think you are grooming that young man the same way you do with women. Why? Because it's controlling. So I think men and women can both be the controlling benefactor in this thing. And the younger one can still be the submissive. I'm not saying it's a man woman thing. It's just
So you figure in that dynamic, no matter if it's woman and,
no
older
matter
woman or
what.
older man,
Yes.
no matter what it is, the older
It's
person is always the more
the
controlling.
controlling. Now I know that what's that chick's name that just made that movie called Baby or something like that?
Mm,
Um, Nicole Kidman, right? Nicole Kidman made a movie
mm.
where the younger guy, she is submissive to the younger guy, and I think she's his boss,
Mm.
and he's young, and he's like, "I'm gonna go to your house while your husband's there," and blah 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 blah, and she is so submissive. Good for you, Nicole Kidman. I did not watch that movie 'cause I thought it was ridiculous.
Spoiler alert.
No, I do think that the older person is taking advantage of the younger person. And of course, the younger person, if they're smart, they're going to take advantage in different ways. But still, I find it super creepy. I find it creepy
Now, I have to be the voice of
of non
slight
creepiness.
slight opposition, just in the
Yeah.
fact that this is our
Why
opinion,
do you
but
get me started?
but frankly, we do know that there are age gap couples out
Yeah.
there that are right for each other and that
Yes.
are very happy, and
Yeah.
that is not the case. But yeah, I love getting
I
her
mean, our
voice.
daughter
It's
likes
just so
older
opinionated.
guys, and that's great. But if we're gonna delve down,
Mm,
it's because of daddy
daddy
issues.
complex.
Like, it is what it
The
is.
daddy
So,
complex right
I don't
there.
know.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, let me ask you this before we wrap up here,
Good, 'cause I'm hungry.
because my good friend really, really wants to know, what advice would you give someone who's worried that they might be too old to start exploring?
I would say you're not too old because I know you. So you're not
Yeah, but say
yeah.
you don't
I
know
don't
this
know him?
person.
Huh. I would say educate yourself a little bit in the lifestyle and educate yourself on words,
On words?
on words and what they mean because that's gonna show your age. It is. It's like, do you know what FMM is? What band is that? No, dude, it's not a band.
Yeah, type LOL after every
But
text.
am I right?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
that's like the simplest advice. Educate yourself in the lifestyle and try to surround yourself around people that are your age that you like. And I'm not saying to have sex with, just to be around because if you're in your 40s, you ain't going to hang out with the 20-year-olds. Come on now.
I don't know, maybe.
I mean, I guess, but
Maybe.
you're asking my advice. This is what I'm telling you. If you're in your 40 somethings, don't be hanging out with the 20 something year olds. You got no business there. Your kids are almost that age. No, stay within your limit. Find the people that you like that are in that age limit and slowly start building your little community.
God damn, you are so cute. I freaking love you so much.
Get me all
Okay.
riled up. I'm
So
hungry.
that's her opinion. If I were to give advice to someone who's worried that they might be too old to start
Yes.
exploring, I would say this: don't focus on being too old. Don't focus on being too out of shape. Don't focus on being too whack of a personality. Don't focus on any of that. If you want to enjoy your ride in the lifestyle, you're going to go in and you're going to be yourself. And the people who are meant to cross your path, the people who like you, are going to stick around, and they're going to enjoy you, and they're going to find out really quick what kind of person you are, and it's not even going to matter.
Fine, that was better.
It's not going to matter. You are not too old. You're
No.
not too large, or whatever the hell kind of insecurity that you may have in your head. This is a very accepting community. It is, there's a pot for every lid.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is just have enough confidence in yourself, at least fake it till you make it, to get out there and meet new people. That's what I would say.
Well, that's what you said.
Well, that's what I would say.
Nice.
Ugh. All right, everyone. That was a fun conversation. And if this episode got you thinking, we would absolutely love to hear your thoughts. You can head over to our website at www.beyond-monogamy.com. On that website, you can find our 100% anonymous confessional where you can leave your stories, questions, opinions, and situations for us to talk about on the show, just like we did last Wednesday.
Yes. And when we say anonymous, we mean anonymous. There's no names, there's no email required, nothing, just your story. You can also find our blog posts, show clips, merch, social media links, and other ways to contact us. We keep our event tab updated. He does
I
a good
do.
job about that.
I do.
So you can find wherever we're going to be on that little tab that he's created.
That says events. Speaking of events.
It's my birthday month. Happy birthday.
Yeah. We have a few really exciting things coming up. On March 14th, we will be at Club Eden in San Antonio celebrating Pris's birthday, as you just heard, and hanging out with the Beyond Monogamy crew. We have a lot of special people that are traveling to be here for that. It is an open invite. If you are listening, if you want to join us, if you want to travel to San Antonio, you are welcome to meet us over at the club. We will have the VIP. All you got to do is look for the Beyond Monogamy logo because we will have it up on balloons.
You got to pay for your membership.
You have to pay for your membership. This is not a free thing.
Got to sign up.
Don't knock on the door and go, hey, let me in. I'm partying with Pris and Adam. Now, you got to get a membership, homie. That's how this works. But that is what we're doing on March 14th because my lovely lady's actual birthday is March 15th.
Yes. Then on March 29th, we are doing our in-person Swingers 101 workshop at Forbidden Fruit here in Austin, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
That's on our events tab. Sign up for that. That's going to be super fun. You get to hang out with us too in person.
In person. I think they give you like
real.
I think they give like wine and like
there are
little food. Like
you cannot bring anything.
No.
Just yourself.
Just yourself.
That's right. This workshop is specifically designed for people who are curious about the lifestyle or just getting started and they want to learn the basics and be comfortable in that environment.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to talk about it all.
Yeah.
If you do want to attend, you can sign up at www.forbiddenfruit.com/workshops.
Nice.
And you can also find their website through our website. Just refer back to it. And then the weekend of April 11th, we will be in San Antonio for the Texas Desires Hotel Takeover, which is always an incredible event. We did that in December. So be sure you check the events tab on that website for all the details. And with that, we thank you for listening, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Yes.